Good afternoon. Hey, Rich Bontrager back with you. It's Monday. It's great to be back and helping you learn how to shine on camera, shine on stage, to elevate you and your brand authority, especially if you're the executive type, if you're the leadership type, if you're that corner office. Ask yourself, how are you doing with your camera presence, your on-air presence, your interview presence? How are you doing? And are you prepared with a media kit to help elevate you and your brand? Media kits are very important. It's that send out, it's the downloads, it's the important information that you want people to have about you so they better understand who you are, what you do, what you're going to offer for them. But it is important to have these media packets ready to go, and it can't be outdated. You need to keep these updated. You keep need these to be current. So today I'm going to give you 5 of the big things you need to have. It's much more than that. This could be an ongoing series of what to include, how to better put them into your media kit, but you do need media kits. I'm going to give you 5 tips here today. And at the end, I'm going to give you a free bonus gift that you can hit with the QR code and get more tips on what you need in that media kit. It's very easy to make an electronic media kit. We're used to doing business cards that go to a landing page or something else. But the executive media kit highlights what you do, what you talk about, what your expertise, and much, much more. But there's a process to it. There's a way to make it attractive for people to keep, because conferences, leaderships, executive groups get these things. And if it's not going to be eye-catching and grabbing, delete. We all do it. We're all guilty of it. We don't look at the real information because it's got to have some pop and sizzle to it. So the first thing you're going to need when you create one of these electronic media kits is your headshot. Your headshot needs to be a professional headshot. You cannot take a shot of yourself and crop out your neighbor, your best friend, your girlfriend, your kids climbing on your shoulder and hanging out. You want a very good headshot. Shoulders to head. Something that's going to show you with a good smile, maybe a slight action shot, because often when you do your headshots and body shots with a professional, they'll take the headshots, the formal sit down, and often they'll do a couple stand-up ones with you. But you want something that shows you and a little bit of your personality. It doesn't have to be just a stoic half grin, and that's all you get. It's okay to reveal your fun, your joy with this headshot. Make sure you get a headshot and take the time. It can't be cropped and it can't be fuzzy. Don't have it be like you're half out of frame or a half angle one. I know people are trying to be really artistic with some of that, but overall, especially if you're in that executive space, you want it to look professional. Now, more and more, you can do things with your iPhones, with other cameras, with green screen. You can do some of this at home, but it does need to be a high level shot. Don't just take a photo from your recent picnic and say, that's my headshot. It really is good. It may capture your personality. It may show who you are, but it's really not going to do you good to grab people. Now, you also want to have number 2 here is going to be, you do want a professional action shot. This might be you teaching, presenting, standing on stage. I always make sure I grab as many photos as I can while I'm speaking, teaching, leading on stage. You never know when you're going to use them for promotion material, but especially for your electronic media kit. Have something in, even if it's you in the conference room and you're standing up with your executive team, show yourself being a leader you are. So make sure you grab this. If you're an athlete, if you're a musician, get a photo of you rocking it out, having a good time. Athletes, have a good shot of you playing tennis with that backhand. You can never underestimate the power of a good action shot on your electronic media kit. Why am I saying electronic over and over again? Because you want these to be downloadable. These photos on your overall media kit need to be clickable and downloadable, because hey, if they hire you, if they want you to come, they've already got your headshot for their PR material. They've already got that action shot that they're going to use on their landing page. So make your headshot action shot, something you can download and people can hang on to it in whatever Google Drive or whatever they use to save material once they hire you. You're going to want a short introduction. Now, include this on your media kit because oftentimes media planners, event planners, especially if they're not really used to doing this, don't know how to ask for your introduction. They will make one up. As a broadcaster, as a public speaker, I've seen horrific introductions because the actual star that was going to step on stage, that was going to speak, that was going to be interviewed, did not provide a professional hi. Ted is stepping on stage and Ted's an expert at bang, 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 bang. You want to pre-write your own introduction and you want to make it clear. Read this word for word. I've spoken about this before. And if you want to learn more about this, please reach out. But this sets you off as the star that you are. If you leave it to somebody else to say something, it might be cute, it might be funny, it might be completely the wrong thing to say, and they're setting you up for defeat instead of making you the rock star that you are. Make sure it's your words being spoken through the MC so they introduce you properly on camera or on stage. Tell them this. This is so important. Underline, but put this in your media kit. So when they do see it right away, they know, hey, you're on top of the game here. I've got everything I need. I've already got the headshot. I've got the action shot. I know how to properly introduce them. You're literally helping them like paint by numbers properly present you when you do step on stage or on camera. Included in your electronic media kit, have a bio. Take time crafting the bio. This is just as important as your introduction because oftentimes they'll refer to the bio during your interview, during your discussion, or on the Q&A after you've done a keynote talk. Often they'll refer to this or they'll put it on their landing pages with all the different speakers coming up at this event, a short little bio. Talk about what you're an expert at, how long you've been doing this, what companies you have served, what other media outlets have you been on when it's talking about media. But that short bio, if you've won a special award, if you're an actress or a singer or an artist sometime, you've won an award, put that on there. And it really doesn't matter how long ago you got the award. No. Any award is a good award. So make sure you take the time to drop that in there and let people know you are, in fact, a rock star and you've got the creds to back it up. So headshot, professional action shot, short introduction. And I'm talking 2 to 3 lines. Don't make it longer than that. Keep it simple, but pop of that introduction, your bio. And then the best contact information will be number 5 on the top 5 things to have in your electronic media kit. How do they contact you? Do you have someone that's handling your intake? Make sure you put that in there. I work with a company that does do some on my intake. So I make sure they're right there on part of the contact. You want to have email. You want to have a physical address because some people still prefer to send physical material through digital. You want to have a phone number. Now, again, many people have multiple phone numbers. So make sure this is your best contact phone number, the easiest way to get to you. Make it the easiest, not the hardest. I've seen this many times, but people think, hey, I have this cool little phone thing. It's got a nice little routine on it when you call. No. Make sure it's going to be someplace that you check regularly or your team checks regularly. The straight shot to get to you is always the best for that contact information. If there are certain hours that are better than different hours, let them know your business hours on that contact info. Let them know your time zone. But keep it simple, but make it important that it's a call to action that they can easily do. They don't have to look through all the different documents. It's not up in the header. It's not down below. Put it very prominent on your media kit. Then go, oh, they're reading about you. They're checking it all out. Oh, that's where they're at. I need to call them right now. I need to email them right now. always, always, always include your website. It's a natural one, but I say it to make sure you're aware. Never miss it. I have seen documents come in, and it's great. It's wonderful. And in the article or in the notation, you'll say, visit my website to learn more. Look around, look around, look around. No website. Make sure you include your website in your electronic media kit. There's much more. I have over 20 different components, depending on your industry, depending on the business you're involved with, that can make up your electronic media kit. You want to learn more about that? I got a free gift for you. Check this out. Hit the QR code, and you're going to get 10. Count them, 10 best tips to help you build your media kit. And again, make it something that you can drop into an email. So the electronic media kit is so important. Use your Google Doc Drive. Make it so your kit looks all finished and polished, but you can click on different things and download and make them so they can easily grab them, but it's all at a such central place to do it. Use something like Canva. Use something like whatever Word or Paint, whatever you use, depending on part of the world, the country you're in. But especially if you are in that state of, I want to put my information out there. I want to learn more about sharing my wealth of information. This is a tool that you're going to use over and over and over again. And again, if you're an executive, if you're in the business world, you may not think you need a media kit, but you need a media kit because you're going to start doing more and more interviews. As you represent and speak on behalf of your company, you're going to do more media savvy things. This media kit is essential to build out you, your brand authority, and to get easier leads and follow-up from people. Emails get lost. They get deleted. They get forgotten. But a simple landing page of a media kit, people are more often going to keep it, save it, and then share it with the team that wants to grab you, hire you. This is effective for anybody, from musicians to actors to leadership people. Grab that QR code right there today. Download. It's very simple. It goes right to my website. Right on the website, you're going to see a little button. Register for it. Get that download and start building out your media kit. If you have any questions on that, always contact me, Rich at richbontrager.net. That's Rich at richbontrager.net. Or simply go to rockthestagemedia.com. That's where you're going to find this and then learn more about how to build your media kit. That's going to do it for today on the Trigger Rich Bontrager. I'll be back again tomorrow, 2 p.m. live, giving you media savvy skills to help you shine on camera, shine on stage, help elevate you and your brand authority. We'll see you at 2 p.m. Eastern Time live.